Hey, this is Al McGee with Your Entertainment Ticket. Well, the film I'm going to talk about right now is called Toni Morrison, The Pieces I Am. This is a documentary about the great and wonderful Toni Morrison. That's right, one of the greatest American writers, one of the greatest African American writers we ever had in our history for writers. Now, this is directed by Timothy Greenfield Sanders. And in this film, too, you will see and hear Toni Morrison talking about her life. Yeah, other people will be making comments, but you got Toni Morrison. Right now, I think she's about 84 years old now. But you got Toni Morrison in this one. I really enjoyed this film. You have a live person talking about their lives in a documentary. Yeah, you know, you're going to have comments from people like Angela Davis, Fran Lebowitz. Oh, she's so funny to me. Oprah Winfrey, Walter Mosley, I love his books, and Russell Banks, and also the editor, Robert Gottlieb. Editor? Why is an editor in this? Well, let me tell you about her life, how the story goes on in this documentary. First of all, you see Toni Morrison in the beginning. She talks about how she learned how words have power. I feel that many people do not believe words have power. I think they still believe that the gun is more powerful than words. The sword is more powerful than words. It's words, baby. I'm going to tell you that right now. But she learned it from her grandfather because she recounted how he used to read, the Bible in an era where it was illegal for African Americans to be literate and to read. And also, it was illegal for white people to teach black people how to read and become literate. And I think many people forget that part of our history where it was illegal for us to learn. That's why I feel we need to continue. But anyway, Toni Morrison talks about her life, how she went to, school and things like that. Then how she attended Howard University. And then that's when she became direct contact with racial segregation. Now, in Lorain, Ohio, she didn't see any of that. She didn't experience any of that. And she explains how the black students segregated themselves, from the whites and the culture of D.C. And, while she was a student there, she was still the word colored and whites only and mailed them to her mom in Ohio because they didn't see any of that in Ohio, in Lorain, Ohio, particularly where they live. And of course, she talks about her failed marriage, how she raised her two young sons, but she had help, and also how she became an editor in Syracuse, New York. And, then she was inspired to write and things like that. But she was a great editor. People don't realize that. She helped Muhammad Ali to write his autobiography by editing it. And also Angela Davis's book. She helped to edit that and to push that too by editing it. She was a covert activist, an editor. She was a teacher and a mother. She had some of the best books like Song of Solomon, Beloved. And one thing I like about Beloved myself is when you think of slavery, especially someone getting punished, you really think about only a man or a black man. With Beloved, it shows how a black woman is affected and punished also during slavery and after slavery. That's one thing I loved about Beloved. So did Oprah Winfrey too, because remember she produced and starred in the movie too. Things in this documentary also really gets you to understand Toni Morrison and also to realize how great she really is. There's one point she talked about how she was not rewarded here in the United States for many reasons. Part of it was racist, but then she goes on to win the Nobel Peace Prize for Literature. She's known highly in other parts of the world Think about that. And also, this film, to me, makes you want to go read more of her books if you haven't read any of them at all. Or if you read her books, it makes you want to go reread them, which that's how I felt. And also, how she feels that words are very important, and we must keep using words to make life better. This is a great film to watch, and you must realize that Toni Morrison is an icon. And in this documentary, that's why I loved it, she's talking about her own self, her own life. That's why I'm giving this 4 palm trees out of 4, 4 stars out of 4. It's one of the best documentaries I've seen this year. Toni Morrison, The Pieces I Am. Make sure you go see it some way, somehow when it opens up in your town, your city, or stream it. See it for yourself. Hey, I'm Al McGee with Your Entertainment Ticket. Thanks for watching my review. I really appreciate it.